People are asking me about feminism, and many women are confused. They're like, why are you against feminism? Feminism goes hand in hand in Islam. And are you a misogynist? Are you against women? And wallahi, this is something that is sad, that I see some women don't even understand how feminism contradicts Islam. Yes, it does. Now, first of all, the whole idea of having an ideology or kind of a group or a certain set of standards in Islam, sub to Islam, is forbidden. That's why in Islam we say sectarianism and parties, sub-parties, sub-sects is forbidden in Islam. That's why we refute Muslim Brotherhood, Hizb ut-Tahrir, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. To begin with, you're not allowed to have sects in Islam. We are all one ummah, men and women. All the Muslims, we're all one nation, one sect. So you cannot divide us. And dividing us based on sex, or we call it gender, or whatever you want to call it, that by itself is impermissible. That's number one. Number two, when it comes to feminism, why did it start to begin with? It started in the West, in a non-Muslim environment and society, because there was oppression against women, given because of culture, because of superiority, whatever. Yeah, in Islam that doesn't happen. But you say now, no, but we've seen some cases and incidents that in fact women have been oppressed in Muslim societies. Yes, but that's not the fault of Islam. That's the fault of people. That's the fault of culture. We have to differentiate between culture and Islam. Culture and Islam. There are certain cultures that happen to be Muslim, but they prioritize culture more than Islam, and they practice culture more than Islam in certain cases, of course. Then that oppresses women. Yes, that's true. So just because culture or some people are oppressing or transgressing against women, that doesn't give you the right, or anybody the right, to have subsects, even feminism. Now, what is feminism? What does it do? Basically, it started to stand up for the rights of women. Stand up for the rights. We want rights. Yeah. And then it went on and evolved into something else. They started questioning the responsibilities and the rights of women in Islam. We're talking about Muslims here, huh? We're talking about Muslims. I don't care about others. Yeah. In Islam, they say, مثلا, they say, why should a woman wear hijab? She's free to do whatever. No, you're a servant of Allah. You are ordered by Allah to wear the hijab. Not me, not men. Men didn't do that. Men didn't legislate that. Allah legislated that you have to wear the hijab and not mix with men. And so here they start questioning this. They say, no, don't tell me to wear the hijab. You can't force hijab on me. What is this nonsense? If you're a Muslim, by default, you have to wear the hijab because you have submitted to Allah. Another thing is that they question about the rights of responsibilities of women. Oh, let's stick to rights first. And then they say, no, you can't marry more than one wife. That's misogyny and that's unfair for women. As feminism is telling you this. And we see this today clearly. Another thing is that, no, there is no guardian for women. What am I, a slave? What am I, a kid? No, a man and my husband is not my wali, is not my guardian. I shouldn't obey him. And this is false. In Islam, in the Quran, it's mentioned. الرجال قوامون على النساء قوامة. So they nullify that. They say, no, women, this is against women. Another thing they say, مثلا, about inheritance, and this is in the Quran mentioned clearly. No mistaking things out of context or anything. طبعا we know in inheritance, in certain cases, not in all cases, certain cases, a woman might get less than a man in inheritance, yeah, for given reasons. I don't want to make this video explaining every single point, but it's going to become a 1-hour video. But that's clear in the Quran and in Islam. Another thing about responsibilities, مثلا, I talked about responsibilities, about rights. مثلا, they say things about rights about women. They say the priority is that women should be independent and should work and have a career and all that. That's not impermissible in Islam, but you don't prioritize that, and it doesn't go against it. It has to not go against the teachings and the orders of Allah Azza wa Jalla, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And if your husband or your father does not allow it, or says, no, this is not allowed, or I don't want you to work, then she should obey him. Yes, in Islam you should obey him. Yeah, given of course the reasons and the justifications. But in feminism they say, no, there is no such thing. I will do whatever I want. I can live alone. I can do whatever I want. And this is false. So you see how it goes against Islam? One might say, طيب, so Islam is oppressing women. No, it's not. It's protecting women. It's giving women rights in the right way. In the right way. And that is why feminism in Islam is incompatible. Allah gave you rights and Allah gave you responsibilities. What Allah gave you as rights, these are your rights. Don't take more. You cannot take more. This is oppression. Now you are doing oppression by using feminism and the victim card. And no, I've been oppressed and all that, and society is doing this, so I want my rights in different kind of ways. I'm going to create a sect and a certain set of standards that I'm going to follow. It goes against Islam. It goes with Islam. That's, I don't care. Feminism. Another thing that really, really annoys me is that they say, oh, the first feminist was Khadija. No, she wasn't a feminist. She was a Muslim. She was one of the best women on earth. She believed in the Prophet ﷺ and followed him and submitted to Allah Azza wa Jal. Oh, she was an entrepreneur. She was an entrepreneur, but she didn't mix. She hired him. Why did she get married to the Prophet? To begin with, she hired him so he can deal with men and travel and do businesses and all that for her. Yeah? And then that's how it happened. They don't mix what you guys do today. Khadija, if she sees that, she's gonna go crazy. Radiyallahu anha طبعا. Yeah? No, Khadija was not a feminist. Khadija was a Muslim. Aisha was a Muslim. Oh, but Aisha used to give fatwa. Yeah, give fatwa within the Islamic boundaries. Yeah? You want to give fatwa? Okay, seek knowledge as her and narrate 2,222 hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and wear the hijab with the niqab and everything. And yallah, give fatwa. If you have knowledge, give fatwa. Who's going to stop you? But that's not what you want. You misuse that to strip from your clothes and from Islam and everything and say, I'm free, I'm an independent woman, I have an identity. No, you don't have an identity. You're being a sheep manipulated by the West, who tells you, oh, everyone's repressing you, you have to go against them, you have to do a revolution, blah, 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 and all that stuff. And wallahi, I've seen many, many cases of feminists, yeah, living alone, getting old, and then just feeling miserable and lost in life. And they say, well, I guess that wasn't the right direction. And they regret what they have taken as a path in life. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah guide us all.